Hey guys, I completely forgot to film an intro for this video, so I thought I'd film a quick one now. Today I have for you a kind of Valentine's Day inspired pink look with floss lashes and has just a little bit extra. Even though it's past Valentine's Day, I thought this would be a perfect look for spring, and so I decided to film it anyways. I love pink shades, especially on the eyes, and it's so nice to transition into spring because it's not exactly pastel, but it's still something that's a little colorful and a little playful. I hope you all enjoy. Make sure to leave a comment of what you want to see me doing next, like and subscribe. See you in a couple of seconds when you watch the video. I'm going to start off and use the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. And so I'm just going to spray it all over my skin to prep it for makeup. I had moisturized skin. I used the Clinique Moisture Surge Extended Thirst Relief, and I put on eye cream and all that, sort of my skincare routine. Next, I'm going to take the Maybelline Baby Skin, and I'm going to dot a little bit onto my hand. This is my typical prime routine. And to apply that, I'll be using the Sigma F60, and just take a little bit of it and put it just to the areas where I tend to have pores or big pore issues, which tends to be my nose, my forehead, and my chin. This product also keeps it pretty matte throughout the day, which I love. I'm gonna bring my mirror closer so I can see what's going on. So I love the way that looks. And I want really glowy skin for this like Valentine's Day inspired look. So I'm going to use my Makeup Forever HD. I use a blank CD disc, and I'm just putting a pump on there. I'm going to use 1 drop of the custom Cover FX custom colored drops, like 1.5 for some extra coverage. And this is a little bit darker than the foundation. The foundation's a little light for my skin tone, so they kind of counteract and work. And then finally 1 squirt of the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. And this is where I get the glow in my foundation. I'm going to use a finger, and I'm just going to mix it all around, make sure all the products are mixed. Then I'm going to tap it on my face. I'm going to dot it all over. Just so it looks, I'm just dotting it until it looks like I have enough product to blend out. That's pretty much it. I'm going to use a beauty blender that's dampened, and I'm going to bounce it onto the skin. I'm sorry if you can hear the fan in the background. It's 90 degrees in LA right now, and I would die if I didn't have a fan on right now. It would be death for me. I mean, like, I'm wearing a tank top and I'm still like a little warm. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back in with a beauty blender and directly pick up some foundation, and I'm just gonna put it on areas that need a little bit more coverage. So I break out right there, right on this side of my face, my chin. Moving on to concealer, I'm using the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I'm just applying it to any areas that need a little bonus help today. Sides of my nose. I'm again going to take a beauty blender just to lightly tap it out. I'm barely touching it because I do want to keep the majority of the coverage, because that is the point of putting it on. I need to blend it out, so I am tapping it. Moving on to under eye concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circle Treatment, the lightest shade, the fair one, and I'm just going to apply that in 2 triangles, and I'm also going to take it as a highlight to the high points of my face, down the bridge of the nose, forehead, and chin, and Cupid's bow. Blend that out again. It's a lot of blending, a lot of application, but it'll look good. Okay, once my face is on, I'm going to start the whole powdering process, and I'm going to begin by baking my under eye circles, and I'll use the Coty Airspun powder if I can find it. Original formula Coty Airspun situation, found from Tati. I'm just pumping some powder into the lid. I'm going to bake with this, so once I have applied a kind of ridiculous amount of powder, I'm going to go in and powder with the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just going to go onto those areas that I applied the concealer with a big fluffy brush. So I picked up a little bit of the powder, Going like this. Just those areas where we concealed. After my face foundation and powder's done, I usually go in and start my eyes, which I know is a little weird not doing the bronzer blush stuff, but I like to save that for the end after I have the complete eye look so I can kind of match it up because we want it all to look seamlessly. That's my seamless hand motions. Okay. I'm going to start off and prime my eyelids using the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I'm going to use Benefits RSVP, and I'm going to apply it all over my lid because it's a pinky golden champagne color. To apply it, I'm using a Sigma Large shader in F60. Next, I'm going to begin to work on my transition color. I'm going to use mostly Naked 3 for this look. I'm taking Naked 3 in Nooner for my first swipe along the crease. And it's such a pretty mauvey, pinky purple color. What I love about if you bake and you leave your bake on while you're doing your eyeshadow application, it's going to really catch any fallouts and then you can swoop them away super easily. I'm also going to layer a little bit of Limit in there just to have a two-dimensional shadow and to get that color that I want. Next, I'm going to take my eyeshadow brush, the 233 by MAC. Going into my MAC shadows, I'm going to use MAC All That Glitters, and this is going to be the sort of base lid color. And I find I like using this as a base for like those pinky shades because it just adds a little bit of sparkle, and some of those pinky shades can tend to be a little bit powdery, and so this adds a dimension for them to kind of like seep through. I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics Perfecting Crease brush and just blend out the All That Glitters into my Limit and Nooner shades. Going back into my Naked 3 palette, I'm going to take a mixture of Burnout and Dust, and I'm applying this, packing this on my lid. Dust can tend to have a lot of fallout, and it can tend to look like just a sparkle, so that's why I mixed Burnout in it, because I find that that gives a better color. I'm going to really take the dust color and I'm going to really pack it on that inner third of the lid. And then I'm going to take it, I'm actually going to pack it on the entire lid one more time because I really want it to glitter and shine. I'm going to take that blending brush again. This time I'm going to pick up a little bit of Limit because it's the lightest sort of matte shade in the palette, and I'm going to blend in the crease, just to blend out those sparkle colors we just put on with the crease colors, and I'm going to do the same thing to my left eye. Now I'm going to go in and darken things up a little bit, so I'm going to take the Morphie E36 brush. I'm going to go into Liar and Factory, again from Naked 3, and I'm putting this in the very inner part of my crease. And I'm putting this on the outer corner of my eye. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. Looks pretty sloppy right now. So I'm going to take the IT Cosmetics brush and I'm going to blend. Just blend. And that's complete for the lid and the crease. I'm going to go in and highlight now, and I'm going to take Naked 3 again. I'm going to take a little pencil brush. I just have the Sigma pencil brush. And go into Strange, which is like a matte, creamy color that's has a little of a pink hint to it. And I'm going to place it on my brow bone. Make sure it's blended. I don't like super stark highlights, especially on the brow bone. I'm going into the inner corner. And I'm going to blend away with the IT Cosmetics blending brush. For underneath the eyes, I'm going to bring some shadow down there. So I'm going to use just a simple eyeliner brush with a little tiny tip. I'm going to take Burnout and I'm going to place it on the inner half. And then I'm taking Factory and Liar and placing that on the outer. I'm going to take my blending brush one more time, just kind of blend it out a little bit. And I don't want to do any crazy liner today. I want to make it more the focus of the eyeshadow, but I am going to take the color Dark Side from the Naked 3 palette, and I'm going to make it act like a liner by smudging it into that upper lash line. As you can tell, I have a little bit of fallout, which is great because when I sweep away the excess bake powder, it will sweep away with it. So now my eyes are semi-lined by using an eyeshadow. I'm going to apply some mascara. So I'm going to curl my eyelashes. And then quickly apply a coat of the Too Faced Better Than Sex. I have to bring in my mirror. And I got a huge spot on my nose, but it's okay. I do that all the time. I'm always getting spots right there. Let these little spots dry before I take them off, all my little mascara marks. But this is the part where I decide if I want to use false lashes or not. So my suggestions are, if you just want it to be pretty daytime, you can leave it here, or add the Sephora Flutter lashes. They are like this, these little have lashes, and they come in a little box like this. If you really want to amp it up, I'm going to use the House of Lashes Iconic Lashes. We'll see if I'll be able to do this on camera and in the frame of applying false lashes. I'll probably be able to do one, and then I'll have to apply the other one off camera. Okay, but I'm just gonna make sure, so this one's the right one. Woohoo, so pretty. I love these House of Lashes eyelashes. I'm gonna take off the excess sticky part that's from when they were attached to the package real quick. So I'm gonna take these, I have the glue in my hand, run the band into the lash glue. Let it get tacky on there. This is what happens when I apply fake lashes. Everything is Now I'm going to go in with a Q-tip and just take off my little mascara marks. And if you take it off when they're dry, it's way less likely for them to smudge your makeup. Okay. I'm going to get rid of the baking powder, so I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics brush that has a little bit of that Laura Mercier still on it. Just take off that powder. I'm going to use my Nars concealer, and I'm just going to go into that area where there was the mascara mark and blend it out so that it looks flawless. Now to finish off the rest of my face, I'm going to start off by contouring. I'm going to use the NYX Contour Palette, which I love. I just think that it's such a good deal for the price. It's really good quality and it works really well. I use a total of 3 brushes when I contour. I may just a little obsessive. I use the Real Techniques, they're the giant powder brush to blend everything out. I use the Morphie E4 flat, the angled brush for contouring help, and then the Morphie E45 for really precision contouring. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to mix the 2 middle shades of the contour, and I'm going to start off and do my nose. Ensure that nose contour. It's doing well. A little bit on the tip. I'm going to do my temples. And then the cheek. I'm going to use my E4 brush and blend it out. I'm going to use the NYX Strobe of Genius palette, and I'm going to reach into this one right here to start highlighting. I'm going to put it above the brows real quick. and down the ridge of my nose. I have a giant pimple on my Cupid's bow, otherwise I would be highlighting my Cupid's bow. I'm also going to take this pink color right here, and I'm going to do it just on that portion, just to tie in the whole pinky look. So that we are super highlighted, I'm going to finish off with blush and my lip color. So for blush, I'm going to use the NYX, let me find it, the NYX, it's a rosy matte in Bourgeois Pig, and broken shattered, and then I pieced it back together. So it looks a little bit funky, but it has the same amazing color payoff. And so this, with this blush, I find that you need to do a very light hand, otherwise it can get a little crazy. So that was like a super light hand, and you can already tell it's pretty crazy, but I wanted it to be pretty noticeable. I'm going to quickly blend that out using that powder brush I was using, because the highlight needs to blend into my skin a little bit, and the blush needs to too. So I'm just going to blend, and then I'm going to move on to my lips. So I'm going to not line them, I'm just going to go straight in with lipstick. I'm using one of my favorites, the Revlon Wink for Pink. This is a gorgeous nude pink color. And I'm going to top it with a gloss. I'm using NYX Beige, which is a staple. I'm just going to do my eyebrows quickly. Just a little bit of powder. I don't do anything crazy. I just take a little bit of powder and run it through the beginning and run it all the way through my brows. And that's really all I need. Okay. Well, this is my completed Valentine's Day pink inspired look. I hope you all enjoyed. Please comment what you want to see me doing next, subscribe, and like it below. I'll see you all next time.